Fairies at War, The Missing Cupcakes. One day, Twinkle was busy as could be, with a little fairy flair and a little dedication. She got the most delicious cupcake of all.
Mmm, this cupcake is perfect for a magical break,
Said Twinkle. And just then, Flare hogged all the cupcakes.
No can do, Twinkle,
said Flare.
If you want those cupcakes, well, too bad. You ain't having them 'cause they're just for moi.
This made Twinkle upset. As soon there were no cupcakes left, Twinkle cried,
What am I going to do? I told Flare not to hog all of the cupcakes, but she did. This is a disaster.
Flare heard Twinkle's cries and ran over.
Oh, you're sad already? Well, that's just evil.
Twinkle was angry and said firmly,
You think you're so clever with your evil schemes? Well, I got a boop for that.
Flare talked back.
None. As you can see, I hogged all the cupcakes, so you can't have them. So they're just for moi.
Twinkle so determined.
Well, if you're going to be greedy with sweets, I'll just have to use my magic wand to make you share,
Said Twinkle. Flare refused to share.
None. Evilly ain't anything but sharing anything.
Said Flare said, hogging all the cupcakes. Twinkle got so mad.
You're being so evil. But now, I just know to handle this. Boop!
This is why Flare refused to share the cupcakes.
None,
said Flare.
Those cupcakes are part of evil treats, so they're just for moi.
Twinkle said,
Oh, you want to be evil treats? Then I'll make them all disappear with my magic.
With a flick and zap, Twinkle used her wand to make Flare's cupcakes disappear and make lots of good ones behind her.
This is how we share. Sweet treats for everyone except for evil fairies,
Twinkle said, taking a bite. Flare is so scared.
Oh, none! The evil cupcakes! What am I gonna do, Stanley?
Said Flare.
Well, you should have thought about that before. It was about sharing before hogging all the evil treats, Flare. Now your precious spider will have to deal with the consequences,
said Twinkle. Later on, Flare noticed that her pet spider Stanley must be hungry.
All right, Stanley, you want a cupcake?
Said Flare. As soon as Flare tries to feed Stanley, Twinkle said,
Oh, please. Even your spider knows better than to eat anything from you. Boop!
Stanley changed his mind about his hesitation. He then ate a cupcake. Oh, what a mess.
Great job, my dear Stanley,
said Flare. Twinkle said,
That poor spider. Now he's going to be all sugar rushed and evil.
Flare got mad.
Sugar rushed? Now, I'll show you who's evilly the boss when Stanley eats the cupcakes,
shouted Flare.
You're not the boss of anything except trouble, Flare. Watch what happens when you feed that spider too many sweets,
shouted Twinkle. Flare has had enough.
That's unsufferable, Twinkle,
Flare yelled, and as she threw the cupcakes at Twinkle, they are luckily deflected by Twinkle's wand.
Nice try, but I dealt with worse than flying treats than a jealous fairy,
said Twinkle. Twinkle was quite angry.
You've crossed the line this time, Flare. No more games. It's time for serious fairy justice,
said Twinkle. Flare reacts in horror. Wait, what? Flare said, with a flick and a zap. Boop! Twinkle used her wand to make Flare disappear.
No,
shouted Flare. Twinkle watches satisfaction,
that's right. Evil fairies who throw cupcakes are sent to timeout,
said Twinkle. Twinkle, so excited, she does a victory dance.
Take that, Flare. Now I can finally enjoy some peace and rainbow cupcakes,
said Twinkle. And so, Twinkle is having a cupcake party all by herself.
Mmm, nothing beats rainbow cupcakes after a good fairy battle. This is the sweetest day victory ever,
said Twinkle, with a little bit of fairy flair. Twinkle sure gives everyone happiness and dedication. The end.